We are talking about term limits and whether or not they're the right call for our U.S. lawmakers tonight. And Aaron Dukette has been a wealth of knowledge on the issue. He is the Tennessee State Director for U.S. Term Limits. Aaron, I know we talked about this at the top of the hour, but I want to hit it again because I know the biggest argument that you hear people say, but Congress is never going to vote themselves out. It doesn't have to go that route in order to happen. Can you please explain this again?
Yes, for the same reason that children will never set their own bedtime, Congress is not going to produce its own term limits. You're absolutely right. And so everyone needs to hear, yes, we know Congress is never going to propose its own term limits, except maybe. And this is why. Like we talked about in the beginning, Article 5 in the U.S. Constitution allows that either the states or Congress can propose amendments. And the way that the states do it is that when 2/3 of the state legislatures pass a resolution declaring we want to meet to propose an amendment on this topic, then they can get together for that topic to propose that amendment. And that's all 50 states can come together, have a seat at the table. The brain trust of the country can come together to produce a proposal. Whatever is proposed for that amendment then has to go back to the state legislatures to be ratified for it to become law. And so the brilliance of this option, and it's so wonderful, the second to last day of the Philadelphia Constitutional Convention, they were looking over the Constitution, and they found that we need to put this other method that we had originally back into place to be able to give the states a way to bypass Congress, go around Congress, to propose an amendment that they would be reticent to do, or they'd be unwilling to propose. And an obvious example of that is congressional term limits for the very obvious reasons.
And a couple of states have done it so far.
Yes, Florida, Alabama, Missouri, and most recently West Virginia have passed this resolution. It is also active in the state of Tennessee in Nashville. The resolution is House Joint Resolution 8. It was filed by Representative Chris Todd and has a bunch of co-sponsors. It passed the House this session on a bipartisan vote, and it is headed over to the Senate. And so if the Senate passes this resolution, concurs, then Tennessee would be state number 5 to pass this.
And that means if people are watching tonight and they support this, they need to do some work.
Absolutely. Go to termlimits.com and you can find out all you need to know about getting involved. And we'll be in touch with you personally to activate you. We need help on all kinds of fronts.
Yeah, I checked out the website. It is a great source of information and a look at the issue from all sides of it. There's even a podcast, I noticed. I'm a huge podcast fan.
Yeah, it's called No Uncertain Terms. So there's a little pun there, and it comes out every Monday and it's pretty entertaining. Our executive director, Nick Tumbelides, is the co-host. He's a pretty witty and funny guy, so it's really kind of a lighthearted thing. But we really kind of go to task on these term limits issues, keep you apprised on the movement and how things are progressing in the states, and just give you some background on the whole thing. So it's really, really exciting.
I like that. All right, the website again is termlimits.com. Aaron, thank you for lending some time to us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
You bet. All right. When we come back, we'll tell you what's on tap for the rest of the week. Stay with us.